levy. I will call the meeting to order and ask Nicole to take roll call, please.
Bodie,
Here.
Cacciatore,
Here.
Carberry Montgomery,
Here.
Kroll,
Here.
Rosendahl.
Here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Motion by Kroll,
Second.
second by Rosendahl. Discussion, does that, you can take roll call or? Vote, okay, so please vote. Our screens aren't on though. But I see that passes. So. All right, item 3 is a public hearing. This is the only item for this meeting. We will have a regular council meeting at 5:30, but the purpose of this meeting and the only purpose for this meeting is a public hearing to consider the proposed property tax levy for fiscal year 26-27. The public notice for this was published in the March 30, 2026 Des Moines Register, and ask for any objections to that notice as published.
There were none.
Is there a motion to open this public hearing?
So moved.
Motion by Kroll,
Second.
second by Bodie. Discussion, please vote. You're not missing too much up there right now, so we'll get it working here. So, thank you for letting us know, though. Did that motion pass?
Sorry.
Pat?
Sorry.
Okay, that passes. And bear with us a minute, Nicole will. We're working now? All right. So to start us off is our city manager, David Jones. David?
Oh, thank you. The purpose of the public hearing, as the mayor referenced, is that Chapter 24.2A of the Code of Iowa requires certain taxing jurisdictions to hold a public hearing on the proposed property tax levy. This hearing is required to be held at a separate meeting where no other business is discussed. So this will be the third one of these for us. The proposed property tax levy for fiscal year 2027 is $9.98 per $1,000 of taxable valuation, which is a 5-cent decrease from the current property tax levy of $10.03 per $1,000 of taxable assessed valuation. The county auditor mailed individual statements to property owners pursuant to state law that provided estimated residential and commercial impacts based on the proposed tax levy of $9.98. So all property owners should have received that statement. Although in order to have strong confidence in the impact our tax rate is having on an individual property taxpayer, it is best to do an individual calculation. This year's notice is much improved over the prior years, particularly from a residential standpoint. I just point out that for commercial property owners, there is a huge range of changes in assessed valuation, and so it is very important for those individual calculations, particularly with commercial property taxpayers. Although residential property owners saw an increase in their assessed valuation, averaging, for example, 9.3% among Urbandale's Polk County homes, a significant reduction in the residential rollback, which is the percentage of value that is used to calculate property taxes, offset a considerable portion of this increased assessed valuation, just as it is intended to do. The rollback for fiscal year 26 was 47.4316%, and the rollback for the following fiscal year is 44.5345%. Again, this is why even for folks receiving about that average increase in assessed valuation, there's actually a very moderated impact on the property tax bill. Using actually Polk County median assessed valuation data, we project a property owner with a median priced house will see an increase in Urbandale property tax liability of 2.3% or $29 annually. Our data is just more robust on the Polk County side in case there are council members who might be inquiring about why it's specific to Polk County. On the Dallas County side is very similar residentially. The actual public hearing for the fiscal year 2027 budget will be held on April 21st, at which time the council will consider the adoption of the budget. The sole purpose of this meeting, again, is just for the property tax levy. I'm happy to answer questions, and Nikki is also here. And we do have cards with contact information for those who would like to have a conversation about their individual property tax liability. As I've stated before, I've just found it best to actually walk people through that on an individual basis. That generally answers all of the questions that folks might have about what's going on with their property taxes.
All right. Thank you, David. And again, just as a reminder too, we will be setting the levy tonight, but the levy can always go down. It cannot go up any further after tonight, but we can always reduce it. With that, this is a public hearing. Would anyone like to address the council on this? This is your opportunity to do now, so. Would either of you like to speak to the levy? Okay, seeing none, then I'll ask for a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Motion by Carberry Montgomery.
Second.
Second by Bodie. Discussion, please vote. That passes. So we have a resolution to approve the property tax levy for consideration.
Motion to approve Resolution 128-2026.
Motion by Rosendahl.
Second.
Second by Kroll. Any further discussion? If not, please vote. That passes. That is the only item on the agenda, as we said, so we are at the end of our regular agenda for this meeting, so the meeting stands adjourned.